We begin our top story conversations this morning in southwestern Nigeria, where the government in Ondo State has called on the federal government to support the call for the establishment of state police across the country. The state's Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Charles Titiloye, who represented Governor Akeredolu, made this call at the maiden edition of 2022 Law Week of the Nigerian Bar Association, Ondo Branch, held in Ondo Town. Titiloye said that each state of the federation having a policy of its own would go a long way in solving the lingering security challenge facing the country. The theme of the event is insecurity and corruption as a challenge to Nigeria's democracy.
The call comes after the command rescued children allegedly being held by a church at its premises in Ondo Town, Ondo State. Public Relations Officer of the Police Command in the state, Mrs. Fumilayo Odunlami, said the children were being held on the premises of the church, which is located in the Valentino area of Ondo State. In a statement issued after the news broke, she explained that the police took action following intelligence report gathered by the police at Fagun Division, Ondo Town, that some children are being harbored at the Whole Bible Believers Church, aka Ondo Church Valentino area in Ondo Town.
Conversations about state policing have been, a long time coming. Lots of people have clamored or advocated for state police because at the end of the day, the argument is that it is the police within the state that knows the state, understands the state, such that they can be able to point out those who are perpetrators of crime when the crime is being committed. Remember when the Owo massacre happened as well?
Yeah.
These were part of the conversations that were sort of started again, and it was like, we need state policing because at the end of the day, you can't bring a federal police, you can't expect the federal police to understand what's going on within the state as much as possible. It's why people end up setting up local vigilantes in their communities.
Absolutely.
Because the vigilantes know who and who live in which house, which area, and then if anything happens, they know how to trace it back to the originator or the perpetrator of that crime.
Yeah, and also the level of control that the state government would have over, his police force. A few times we've heard about incidents happening, and police are waiting for orders from the Federal Capital Territory before taking action. And so there's that part where the state governors need to be fully, because they call them chief security officers of their states, but that's really on paper. How much control do they really have over the police officers in their state, and also funding, with regards to funding for the police force in every state and every community. The state governors they receive security votes every month, so they should be able to contribute immensely to the policing and to the security concern in every state. And nobody should be looking out to Abuja every time, or to the Federal Capital Territory every time that there's security challenges. So I completely agree with the idea of state police. They've tried to set up Amoteco and Ebubeago in different regions, but these don't seem to be working as well as they should.
Well, some of them might work better if they were properly funded.
Yes.
If they had adequate funding to be able to function on the level that the federal police would have. I mean, even the federal police is not as adequately funded as they should be, but Amoteco, they've clamored for, adequate funding for them,
And
getting
arms.
enough arms for them
Yep.
to enable them to do their work.